Hey Doodlebugs, what's up? It's Hilah and you're watching Hilah Cooking. Today I'm going to show you a really quick stovetop green chili mac and cheese that is super delicious and really creamy, and I think you're going to love it. Fingers crossed. Alright, so I'm going to start making the sauce. I've got my water already boiling here, so I'm going to put in my noodles. I like to use these big fat macaroni noodles with ridges on them. You could use shells, or if you like the tiny ones, that's fine too. Just give it a little stir and just put the lid back on it so it boils faster. Okay, meanwhile, I'm going to melt some butter in here and start sauteing the vegetables. And I've got some onion, and I'm using jalapenos. Usually when people think about green chili mac and cheese, they think about those Hatch, New Mexico chilies or Anaheim chili, those lighter green, kind of long, skinny ones. But those are real seasonal here, so I've got some jalapenos. I've also done this with poblanos, and those are really, really good too. So it doesn't matter. You could use whatever you want. If you wanted to just use a canned green chili, you could do that too. Skip the saute step. Just saute the onions and then add the green chilies later. So either way, let's try to keep it simple, guys. I'm not trying to kill anybody. All right. And I also cut my peppers up into like different sized pieces. Some are smaller and some are in long strips, so that we'll get a nice little textural variation there with different sizes of pepper chunks. I'm just going to saute this about 5 minutes until the onions get translucent. I'm not trying to brown anything, and the peppers are soft. All right, and the pasta, so the time on the bag said 10 minutes. I'm going to knock that down by about 20%, so we're just going to let it go for like 8 minutes, and then we'll finish cooking in the sauce so it kind of absorbs all of the flavors in the sauce. Okay, check the time. Time noted. Okay, so you can see the onions are getting a little bit translucent. I'm going to add the garlic now. I didn't add the garlic at the beginning because I didn't want to risk burning it. And now, here's where it gets French. Okay, I'm going to add the flour. And we're just going to cook that and make the roux with the vegetables in it. And if you saw the gravy episode, this is basically, we're starting out the same way, where we're going to make a cream sauce or a bechamel. And then we're going to add cheese to it. And then voila, it turns into a Mornay sauce. So there. You just learned something. So we're just looking for there not to be any like weird chunks of flour. Kind of hard to tell with the vegetables, but and maybe just cook it for like 30 seconds or so. Okay, it's probably been longer than that. I'm going to turn the heat down now to about medium-low and start adding some milk. And if you want to use like low-fat milk, this is whole milk, but if you want to use low-fat or skim milk, that's fine, because we're going to actually add some sour cream later, and that's going to help it make a super creamy texture even if you're using low-fat dairy products. All right, this looks real thick right now, but that's okay, because later on we're going to add some pasta water. So I'm going to season it now. And the amount of salt that you're going to need is going to depend on how salty your cheese is. So whatever, put it into taste. I'm going to add a lot of pepper, and then I'm going to add a little bit of cayenne pepper too, because y'all know that's how I do. Give those a little stir. So we just need a few more minutes on that. Okay, and then before I drain the pasta, I'm actually going to dip out a little bit of the pasta cooking water and use that in my sauce too. So we'll just set that aside. And that starchy water is going to help the sauce bind to the pasta. All right, so my pasta is drained. It's still pretty firm, a little bit firmer than you might want it normally. And then this sauce is getting really nice and thick. I'm going to add a little bit of this pasta water I had out. Maybe like half a cup. And now we'll start adding our cheesy goodness stuff. So this is some sour cream. You can use plain yogurt too. That'd be fine. And then some cheese. I've got pepper jack here, just to hit that pepper again. But if you like your mac and cheese to be yellow, then you should use cheddar. This is going to be a white one. So this is how we're going to make the Mornay sauce. We add the little cheese. You don't want to dump it in all at once. You kind of want to portion it out and make sure it gets melted before you add the next little handful. Okay, so all the cheese is melted. Now I'm going to add in my drained noodles. Hopefully my pot's big enough, but I just can't stand having to wash 2 cheesy pots. And we're barely going to make it. But we made it. Barely totally counts. Alright, so just want to get it all mixed up. Now what I'm going to do is add in just the last little bit of this and let this simmer for just a few minutes to let the pasta absorb all that stuff and get extra creamy. And then we'll serve it up. Alright, so I've had it simmering with the lid on it. Look at that cheesy bubbling up goodness. And I just like it like this because I like it real creamy. If you like a little crispy top, you could pour this into a casserole dish and sprinkle some buttered breadcrumbs on top. But I don't know. There's something about this, like almost like Velveeta-esque kind of creaminess that I like. But my dad always put breadcrumbs on top, so that's your preference. All right. Cheesy pepper sauce, get in my face. Mmm. That's good and creamy. That sour cream really like just gives it a nice tartness that makes it seem extra rich. All right, well there you go. Green chili mac and cheese. I hope you try it. It's really delicious. And use whatever kind of peppers you like. Probably not bell peppers, but you know, whatever. That's your call. It's your kitchen. Do it. Go cook. Okay. Please subscribe and comment below, and I'll try to answer as many comments as I can in my new Saturday vlog post. And I will catch you guys later. See ya!